folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country, and I have an off-road series where there's comedy, there's just funky stuff in there. It's not music per se. In fact, it's not music at all, generally speaking, but it's different reports of different things that may be happening out there that I just think are pretty cool or crazy. This is one of them. Stuff they discovered at the bottom of the ocean recently. And I saw this short. It's less than a minute long. There's a woman, I assume she's a scientist of some sort, and explaining, and they show pictures of some of the things they discovered way at the bottom of the ocean that they didn't know existed. And of course, I was thinking of Montauk Ed on this because he's a former commercial fisherman and other folks who like to fish. I'm not a fisherman, but I'm wearing my shirt in honor of the ocean, which I love, and my hat in honor of Montauk, where some of the largest or the largest sharks in the world are caught. Ed can speak to that, and the Montauk Ed can speak to that. But anyway, this is going to go into the off-road series playlist, but let's just see, because I saw this thing, and there are some funky creatures. Like, how do you even explain this stuff?
Scientists just discovered over 100 new species living on underwater mountains that we didn't even know were there. Here's how they found them and why this is such a big deal for how we find stuff in the deep ocean. The first thing that you need to understand is that the surface of the ocean isn't flat. It's actually got tiny little bumps and dips depending on where there are trenches and mountains on the ocean floor, which I know sounds crazy, but it's because there are tiny changes in Earth's gravitational field. And we can actually now detect those tiny bumps and dips using satellites.
Ed, did you know that? I mean, I know there's waves and you got the rollers and you get the big ones, you know, driven by wind and all, but I didn't know that it just didn't seek its level, but it makes sense that the ocean, the water's not flat.
So recently there was a research group that was working on mapping the ocean, and they noticed some bumps in the satellite data. So they went to go investigate. So they go and use sonar, sound waves, to map the ocean there in much more detail. And they find these undersea mountains right here. And on those mountains they find tons of new species that seem to be new to science, like this sea toad and this lobster. And
It looks like a little piggy, a malformed piggy.
whatever this is. The world is amazing, and there's so much left to discover. If you like optimistic science and tech stories, follow for more.
Oh my gosh. See, I love that stuff. I'm going to be doing more of these things as they show up, because YouTube makes recommendations. Like if you watch one video like this, it'll bring up a bunch more at some point. All right, that's going in the off-road series. We live on a very, very vibrant planet of funkiness. So I don't know what else to say. Thank God for country music, right? There's one consistent thing. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the science and funky stuff.